Hey everybody, it's Doug Shelf with the Make Maine Your Home team over Remax Oceanside. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about the misconceptions of being a realtor here in Maine. Let's do this. All right, everybody, like I said, we're going to talk about some misconceptions about being a realtor in general, but mostly here in the state of Maine. So we'll jump right in. Let me get my trusty glasses on so I can see what the heck I'm talking about. We're going to talk again about some misconceptions about being a realtor here in Maine. Now, this is an interesting video for me to make because other areas of the country, real estate brokers and realtors are just looked at differently, looked at maybe like sleazy. And oftentimes we'll get people that are moving here and they're very standoffish to us. They don't trust us. But in general, here in Maine, most brokers, most realtors are of high integrity. And there's a lot of misconceptions about that. So the first note that I had here is, that realtors are only interested in making a quick sale. Now, that isn't necessarily true. I mean, obviously, we make money when we buy and sell houses for people or help our clients do that. But we're not interested in, hey, you got to buy something now. We're not interested in twisting somebody's arm and all that kind of stuff. It's really what's best for you. How we function is we lay out all the facts, talk about what's happening in the market. And if it makes sense for you to do something right now, that's great. Let's go. If not, we can stay in touch and guide you however long it's going to take. So we're not all in it for the quick sale. So that's one misconception. I think maybe in other areas of the country that, a lot of brokers, that's what they want. They're only looking for the quick buck. And maybe that's why they seem of lesser integrity. Realtors are only for buying and selling homes. Not necessarily, obviously we do make our living when our clients buy or sell a home or an investment property or something like that. But obviously we work with rentals as well. But I always like to tell all my clients is don't just use me to buy and sell houses. I mean, realtors in general have tons of resources. And I always tell everybody, if you're like, oh man, I need a plumber, call me. I'm here for you. I got tons of information. Or if you just have questions about the community, obviously we have a huge YouTube channel that talks about all sorts of stuff around Maine. And we love talking about it. So if you're ever like, who do I call to find out this? I recommend you call your real estate broker or your realtor, because chances are we got all that at the tip of our, fingers. You need any kind of contractor, we know them. If you're curious about what's happening over on this part of town, we probably know. We're like just the encyclopedia of all that stuff. We might have a little bit of inside scoop for anything that you're asking for. So use us for all that stuff. We're not just for buying and selling houses. We're happy to help you out with all of that cool stuff. New restaurant going in, we probably know about it. Maybe you've even been there just because, we find out about things and boom, we go. So definitely, reach out to us for all that stuff. Now here's one. Realtors only work with wealthy clients. That's totally not true. Obviously you might know a real estate broker that maybe has a niche and that's just all they do is luxury, high, they work with celebrities or whatever. Now that may be a different ballgame, but even if you're talking to them and you have a lower priced home that you're looking to sell, I'm sure they're happy to maybe refer you to somebody that caters to that type of price point. But how we run our business is we cater to all different shapes and sizes houses. So we don't like to pick and choose like, hey, we only work with wealthy clients. We like to work with everybody. If we can help you out, we're going to do that. So I think that's a misconception that we're only looking for wealthy clients. That's not really true. Realtors are all the same. That, of course, is not true. Obviously, there's levels of integrity throughout the business. Like I said, overall here in Maine, I think, realtors are really great. And we all do a good job at taking care of our clients. But as far as being all the same, no. Everybody does things a little differently. They service their buyer clients a little differently. Some give extra service, some don't. And then on the selling side, there's all sorts of marketing levels that people do to get your house sold. So definitely not all the same. Last but not least, realtors are only necessary in a hot market. I would say that's a total misconception. Realtors are really necessary in all markets. You're going to want to be educated and have somebody in your corner helping you out in any kind of real estate transaction. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I am a real estate broker, but it's very true. You're going to hire a professional to take care of, for most people, the biggest asset or the most expensive asset that you'll ever own. And you're definitely going to want a professional in there guiding you through that process to make sure you do things the right way and do things that are in the best interest of you and your family. You don't want to just willy-nilly the most expensive asset that you might ever own. You don't want to do that. You're going to want a professional on your side. So in my eyes, realtors are necessary through any market. Obviously, highly recommend it. So if nothing else, make sure whenever you're thinking about buying any kind of real estate, talk to the professional and get their advice. minutes. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. 5 misconceptions about being a realtor in Maine. I thought that this was great information. Hopefully it helped you out. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. Again, remember to subscribe. And also remember, if you make Maine your home, you don't have to do it alone. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and one of these buttons over here. You get a lot of great information about real estate, the state of Maine, cool things to do, all that kind of stuff. And of course, if you have any questions at any time, comment below or hit us up on all social media platforms, and we'd love to help you out. And we love talking about Maine and real estate in Maine.